Hi guys, hello. It's Darling with Chocolate Tour. Happy Saturday. What a day. I have been so busy getting all of this stuff cleaned up outside, getting ready for Hurricane Hillary, which honestly, I think it's just going to be a bad storm. So they said we'll get as much rain in 1 day or 2 days that we get the whole year. Well, California doesn't get that much rain, so I think we'll be okay. They're saying like 4 or 5 inches of rain. Some areas will flood. Mine will not because we have good drainage. So, anyways, guys, happy Saturday. So happy that you can join me. If you're not a designer, I would love if you would sprinkle, if you know what that is. We're going to do our club transfer. So I'm going to make a towel or two or three. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, I don't know if I can do three in a row. I actually have three transfers. Where did I put the other one? I have, um, yeah. Okay, so here's the third. So I have a brand new one right here. I have another one, and then I have the one we've used a couple of times. So we're going to make some towels. We're going to ink. I haven't done ink for a while. I don't know why. Just so busy with everything else. But we're going to do ink. So some of you might not have seen ink yet. Did you know that we can use ink and we can make it permanent? You can make t-shirts like I have on. This one says, be you, not them. So you can ink right on the fabric and then you have to heat set it. So heat setting is just ironing with an iron or with a Cricut heat press. I'm going to use a Cricut heat press. You can just use an iron. It just takes a little bit longer. That's all. So how are you guys? Say hi when you pop on. So I know that you're here. I'm going to check, make sure I'm live, and see if there's comments. Don't mind my hair. It's crazy. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be a tropical storm too, Sylvia. Yeah, I that's what I'm thinking. We're prepared for if we lose electricity. We do have generators, and we got plenty of food and water, so I think we'll be fine. We have great drainage, so don't need to do any of that stuff. Just have to um, make sure that the drains don't get plugged with debris. But we have concrete. Our whole backyard is concrete. A lot of our front yard is concrete, so we're fine. But there might be areas that do have flooding. So we're just going to hang in there. Most of the stores probably will be closed. I think that I think it's going to be kind of like COVID, where everybody just kind of stayed home because they didn't know what to do. They weren't allowed to go anywhere. I think tomorrow's going to be that way. We're just going to all hang out in our jammies and paint all day, right? That's what I'm going to do. I just might have to. So let me go ahead and see who's here. Hi, Tina. How are you? Thanks for sprinkling. Hi, Deb, my sister. Deb was saying they get a lot of wind up there. We're supposed to get wind for us. It's more wind than we're used to. For Deb, it's nothing. Just like up in Idaho, my mom's house, they used to get 100-mile-an-hour winds. That was nothing for them. But we're supposed to get, I don't know, 40, 50, 60-mile-an-hour winds, but it has already lessened. So we're just preparing. You know what? It took a hurricane, Hurricane Hillary, to get me to clean up. My whole backyard is completely cleaned. I have a bad habit. So, guys, I have a bad habit of this. I have a table at the back that we, like a cute little area for us to eat if we wanted to. I fill it with craft stuff. Okay, it's under a canopy. It's not getting wet. So things just tend to get put out there. Well, this last time it wasn't me. It was my two daughter-in-laws when I was gone, or maybe maybe it was before that. I don't know. Maybe my daughter-in-law and my granddaughter. The table was filled with stuff. They went through things. They took out stuff that we didn't need in there. So that's been piling up like that towel on the table back there. And then I brought everything from storage, and it's just been sitting outside. So all morning I went through all the boxes. I have an entire trash can full of things that just needed thrown away. I have stuff to take to the craft show. I have stuff that needs to be tagged for the craft show. I have so much to go to the craft show. Oh my goodness. So I have two craft shows back to back. So I'm really happy. I have lots of fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all of that stuff. And anything that wasn't that, I put it into the storage to wait because I don't need 4th of July there. I don't need Easter there. I don't need Valentine's, but I have so much. I'm so excited. There goes my heat press. Don't turn off on me. Anyways, okay, let me keep going. Sorry, I kind of a squirrel. I saw a squirrel. Hi, Tony. How are you? Hi, Tammy. Hi, Janine. Hi, Karen Monko. Hello, Vicky. Hi, Sandra. Yeah, the towel's gonna be really cute. These towels, I get these towels from Amazon, and they're fairly inexpensive. I can't remember the cost. Maybe they're like $2 a piece. These are less expensive, but I love for something like this. I love this one. I have red, blue, and green. So I'm going to try to do 3. I will do at least 2. Okay, so I'll see if I can line it back up. It's okay. They're not expensive. So if I totally mess it up, it's okay. I'll just use it at my house, right? Hi, Carrie. How are you? And I agree with Sylvia. Definitely just lots of rain and wind. I think we'll be fine. But you know what? It's best to be prepared. And you know what? My whole neighborhood is out cleaning up their yards. Yay! There's people that haven't cleaned in probably 10 years that are cleaning up their yards because with the winds, things can become a projectile. So, yeah. Yay. If it took Hurricane Hillary to get my neighborhood cleaned up, I'm happy. So, oh yes, Bridget, absolutely. Watch the replay. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Hi, Darlene. Hi, Denise. You've had many flash floods in Connecticut. Yes, this will probably be like continual. It's not going to be flash flood. It's going to go and go and go. They said that the hurricane slowed down. So when it slows down, you tend to get more rain because it's going slower through, right? But less wind. I think that's how it is. Oh, Kathy, you're in your cabin in Wisconsin. Awesome. I hope you're having a great time. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? Hi, Lori. Hi, Mary Lee. Hi, Maria. Hi, Cynthia. I know, Karen. Yeah, these towels are perfect. They ink really nicely. It's always a good idea to get a decent quality towel, and these are nice. I'll get you the link. What brand are these? I'll find them. I always find them. They're on Amazon, so I'll get you the link for that. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Cynthia. Thanks for sprinkling, guys. I think I already said hi, but thanks for sprinkling. I appreciate it. And Maria. Okay, so let's get started. Let me put you down the project, and let's get started. My box didn't come. Okay, so not yet. So it's on its way. It's supposed to be here by 4, but it didn't get here. My new product. It might arrive while we're in here, but I won't go out and grab it. We'll wait. We'll wait for tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to use a ink mat under here. A lot of times I don't use an ink mat. I just put the transfer on top of cardboard. Sorry. I just put cardboard in there sometimes, like on t-shirts, or I'll put a piece of parchment paper. Towels are the easiest thing to do, guys. If you're going to start inking, start with a towel. Let me put myself up in the corner. There we go. There we go. So if you have never inked, a towel is what you want to try first because it's easy. Okay. So this one has a lot more detail. You could do it all one color if you wanted to, but we're going to ink all of it. We'll do the pumpkin outline in black, and then we're going to go back and paint it, and then we're going to ink the pumpkin again. Okay. So that's what we're going to do with that. I have a second one so I don't have to wash it. Okay, so ink mat goes underneath. Ink mat is sticky. It's going to hold your towel or your t-shirt in place so that it doesn't move. And it also protects the surface below. Right now it's just going to protect my my table. Sometimes, you know what, it's easier to flip it over. So honestly, flip your towel over. Let me show you the easy way. Take your little ink mat. This one's cut in half. Okay, so this is our long ink mat. I like to cut them in half. It makes it easier. Go like that. Okay. And we're going to try to do 2 like right in a row. So I actually should try to get the other one ready. And I'm not sure if we'll be able to do 2 in a row. We're going to try. Okay, so let's get a green one ready. Green's a good color. I did iron these, but the creases are still there. The nice thing is that once it's washed, that crease is gone. And I'm going to center this because this is too big to put on one side. Okay, I'm going to center this. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Hi, Pam. And I'm just going to put my ink mat on the back, and I'm going to flip this over. So I have two ready to go. I'm going to stand up to do this because it'll be easier for me. I'm going to take my transfer, and I'm going to put it on this one, and then I'm going to move this one and bring the next one in. If I think I can do 3, I will grab my other thing, but I don't. I have a piece of cardboard I can put under the other one. We'll see. Okay, we'll see if it works. All right. So there's one thing that I want to tell you. These aren't always straight. Okay, so you can see it's kind of like that. It kind of goes. Let me see if I can get that straightened out. I don't like it when it does that. It's kind of, the grain is crooked. Let me see if I can kind of fix that a little bit. So I'm going to just pull it and see if I can fix it so that it's straight. Okay. All right, that's better. And now I have to do the same thing. I have to flip it over. So it was kind of crooked at the bottom. I like mine to be more straight than that. So let me see. There. Okay, flip it back over, Darlene. Okay, let's get going with this. All right, so you're going to take your transfer. Do not fuzz your transfer. You're just going to stick it onto your fabric. All right. Hey, Tony, how are you? Come back and watch the replay. It will always be there. I have my ink right here. So I have papaya, I have orange peel, I have copper, I have pesto, I have cadet black, and I have my my candy apple red. Okay, so I'm going to do these words. I'm going to do these words in black. Okay, going to do this in candy apple red. This also, and the ribbon in blue. Okay, and I'm going to do this in black. We're going to try to do 2 back to back. We'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Because you have to be able to lay it down. That would be the problem, is getting it down there and not making a mess. Okay, that looks pretty good. Okay, so then I'm just going to take some of my chalk paste, and I'm going to do, this part's going to be red, and these words too. And you know what? Let's get all of our air bubbles out. That's the problem with when you stick it on the second one. It's hard to get all the air bubbles out. Okay, so you're going to do black for the words and for the pumpkin. And you don't have to be in a hurry, because guess what? Your ink isn't going to dry as fast as your other, like your chalk paste. So you're just going to spread it. All right. So the reason that we're doing the pumpkin is we're doing the outline so we know where to paint. We're going to go in and we're going to paint the inside of the pumpkin, and then we're going to ink that again. So just go ahead and get all of this. So it's kind of like when you watercolor. We're going to kind of watercolor, but not really. The inside of the pumpkin, we're going to paint it. So there's that. All right, put the excess back in the jar. And then next, and I need an area for my, I'm going to put all my squeegees up here. All right, so they're going to be out of the way. Okay, so red is going to be all of this area, and then blue. And then we're going to peel, and we'll do the next one. We're going to try. We're going to try, okay? So we know that at least one of them will turn out. Hopefully all of them. But, yeah, usually you would wash it in between, but I'm not going to. I'm going to try to do at least 2, possibly 3, like back to back to back. We'll see how that goes. Oh my goodness. So are any of my people from my class last night, are any of you guys on here? Just let me know. I can't see everybody. I would have to look on my phone and see from there. But I had a good class last night. It was really good. Had a great group of ladies that they did like a beginner class with board and base and the A-frame. Size A transfers. So what I had them do was they got to choose 2 different transfers so they could do front and back. And I had some of the palettes, the 5x7 palettes. So basically, size A and Some of them chose the A-frame, some chose the board and base. They got to do 2 different transfers, and they did really good. They did amazing. It's their first time. There's only one lady that actually knew how to do it. Okay, I'm going to use Cadet on the ribbon. It's her daughter. Her daughter actually does Chalk Couture. I think that she said in New York, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Thanks for sprinkling, Cheryl. I appreciate it. I love this. Okay, guys, who has used their club transfer already? I know several of you guys have. When I get the club transfer in my hands, I can't wait to use it. It's just so fun. I love this one. I think it's super cute. It's going to make really cute towels. And I'm hoping to make more than one. So let me try to clean up a little bit of this before I peel this off. And I'll move in the other towel, and we're going to try to line it up so that I can do 2 of them back to back. We'll see. It actually isn't difficult to wash that. It's not difficult at all. So if I can't get it lined up to lay it down, then I'm going to pass and I'm going to wash it. Look at, I got some blue in my red. Of course I did. Okay, so let's go ahead and peel. Make sure there's none on your fingers. You're going to go ahead and peel. And we'll see. I have a little oopsie. I have some other colors in where they're not supposed to be. If you're peeling it and it's not looking like it's all the way covered, then lay it back down and you can add a little bit. Okay, so I feel like it didn't go all the way through on the part of the words on county. So I just went ahead and I laid it back down. And it's not wanting to go through right here. Why? Try again. Okay, and right here. So just go back over it. All right, don't rip it off like a Band-Aid. Make sure you cover everything, okay? So if you have to, lay it back down. That's just what you do. Okay, and then you're going to peel. Looks good. Oops, Market. Look at that. So my T on Market didn't go through at all. That's kind of odd. So the T didn't go through at all. Let's go over it again. I might have just been being really careful right there. There we go. And the corner of my F. So sometimes you just have to lay it back down and go over it, and that's okay. All right, so we have our outline of our pumpkin. We're going to paint that in with with paint pen, or not paint pen, with paintbrush. Okay, there goes my heat press talking. Don't turn off on me. Okay. Go some more. Looking good, looking good. All right. Gonna peel that off. Okay. I'm just gonna plop it onto my backer sheet really quick before which is the right side, darling, before I get my other towel. Okay. So I have my green towel ready. I'm just gonna move this whole thing to the side. And then we'll come back, we'll heat set this in a moment. Let me just move this whole thing over. Gonna turn back on my heat press. Gonna bring my other towel in. We'll see how I do. Okay, can Darlene do it? You haven't got yours, you got yours, but you haven't used it yet. Working on Christmas one. Oh, awesome. I love Christmas. I love doing lots of Christmas things. Okay, bringing back in my transfer, I'm going to really carefully lay it down. Can I do it? I think I can. All right, there we go. Okay. All right, so it's in place, but what I'm going to tell you is that there's going to be air bubbles if you don't get some of those, that you need to get the air bubbles out. So I'm going to use the color that goes with it. I'm not going to use... Like, I'm doing the black area with my black squeegee. I'm going to go over my red area with my squeegee that has red ink on it. So all I'm doing is I'm pushing this down onto the towel so that I don't have any bleeding. Watch your fingers too. Okay, now I can start inking. Okay, so we'll see if it works. If it works, then we'll do a third one. Okay, I mean, what the heck? We're going to do them all. We're going to do it all. Okay, there's some black ink. Keep looking at your fingers because, You never know when you possibly might have picked up some ink on there. You don't want to contaminate it. Okay, so I'm just spreading. If you can butter toast, you can do this, guys. It is super easy to do. Super duper easy, just like buttering toast, and then you scrape off the excess. The scraping part is what presses it through. So sometimes I just don't do enough of that. I do need to get a little bit more black ink in there. And I got to do some up here. So if you have to get a detail tool out, if you're afraid you're going to get too close to the other stuff, then just grab a detail tool and you can do that. So, all right, getting this all full. You guys, or get it all spread out. I was so tired after I got done outside. I laid on the couch. I sent Sarah a picture. I had Marley. Marley was laying on my belly. She's such a little cuddle bug. I was like, I'm just gonna lay down. My knee was all swollen, and I was like, I'm just gonna lay down and put my leg up and try to get the swelling down. Okay, let's just take a peek. Okay, it looks good. It looks good. I think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna work. We might be able to do the third one. And the third one, I'm just gonna put it on top of cardboard. I don't have another mat in here. They're outside. So, red. So this is Candy Apple Red. So if you're just hopping on, we're doing ink today. So ink is permanent once it's heat set. So what we have to do is we have to put it on here, then we'll dry it with a heat gun, and then I will heat press it. So you can heat press with an iron. So if you're going to use an iron, you're just going to go, oh, this is 100% cotton. I'm going to set my iron to 100% cotton. And then you're going to iron for 3 or 4 minutes. And then you're going to gently feel it and see if it's sticky. If it's sticky, then that means it's not quite done. Okay? And you're going to iron it more. If you have a Cricut heat press, then you're going to set it to 305. And you're going to heat press it a couple of times for 30 seconds. Okay? So some people say do the back. I just do the front a couple of times. Sometimes I do, oops, I picked up a little bit of black. We're getting black cherry in here. We are getting black cherry. Let's get that off of there. It's okay, guys. It's okay. No one's going to know that it's not supposed to be like that, right? No one is going to know. Okay, then go ahead and squeegee off. That's going to press it down through there. Okay, so that's going to press it down through your transfer. When you squeegee off the excess, it presses it through, okay? All right, I'm going to get some of that off. Okay, then we're going to do our blue. Now, the blue, I noticed the blue kind of bled a little bit. It's probably because that area is a little bit bigger. So you get better on your fingers. Maybe that's too much pain on your hands. Yes. My knee is still bugging me. It started up again, okay? So I was doing fine. You know, they told me that as far as my knee, they told me that they won't do surgery, that I need to go in and do physical therapy. And here was the magical thing. Right after that, it stopped hurting. and do you think maybe sometimes those things are psychological, that, hey, they told you that you're fine and they're not going to do surgery, so you may as well just suck it up, right? So magically it stopped hurting. And then when John and I went up to the cabin, I think sitting in the vehicle that long really did me in. And so it started hurting again, started swelling again. And then after going up last weekend, and you know, it just, yeah, it's hurting again. So it's swelling a lot. Let me go over the county part again. Let's just go over that again. And then I'm just going to slowly peel. We'll see if we need to lay it back down and fix anything. Sometimes we do. The S needs a little bit of help. Just a little bit. It's actually looking really good. So my A needs just a little bit. Yeah. It looks really good though. So we're going to be painting the pumpkins, and then we're going to be going back over it, and we are going to be doing, I think we're done because the M is kind of blurry. Okay, we're not going to use this one again. We're just going to do 2 tails. Okay, so we're okay though. You can still see that it's an M. Okay, so maximum 2 tails. All right, I'm trying to get this to go onto my onto my backer sheet, and it accidentally it jumped onto the backer for my ink mat. Okay, so now I have ink on my fingers. I'm going to grab a Clorox wipe, and I am going to wipe my fingers. my Clorox wipes got left open. Uh-oh. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You should do this. Okay. I'm going to dry this. We're going to paint inside, and then we'll do the outline again. Okay. So we'll have to lay it back down and just do the outline for the pumpkin again. So let's dry this a little bit, and then we'll heat set this. So it's a couple of steps. All right. If you wanted to do this and you just wanted to do orange on here on the outline, you could. But I want to paint it in. I want to see what it looks like painted in. So I'm going to a little bit more effort than you really have to. Let's get this dry so I can heat set it. We'll heat set the other one. We'll get them both painted. I do have the ink mat under there, so you have to be careful with that. You don't want to heat up your ink mat too much. It starts to bow. All right, so it does look good. The M in music is a little blurred. It's all right. I'm going to peel this off because we have to heat set it. You can't heat set with this. And let me see. Oh, here's my parchment paper. I need some of that. Okay. So I'm going to need parchment paper. I can see there's a lot of, ooh, sorry, that was really loud. There's a lot of ink underneath. Okay, so I'm going to have to set this right onto parchment paper and on my ink mat, on my heat mat, okay? So this is our thing that we iron on. It's like an ironing board. I'm going to put this on top of it to protect it, okay? I'm going to lift this out, and I'm going to peel that ink mat off. The ink mat has a ton of ink on it. So we're gonna have to wash our ink mat. Okay, so we're going to be really careful when we do the other. We'll just put some parchment paper under it. But oopsie, don't do that. Let me show you. So you can see that there's ink right there. The way that you wash your ink mat is by spraying with water, and then you just wipe it. Okay, so I'm just going to set it to the side. Let's heat set this. So we need another piece of parchment paper. Let me try to do that over here. Let's try to be a little more quiet. So parchment paper is used for baking. Okay, so it's nonstick paper. You can use the Teflon paper too. Oh yeah, a shirt would be really cute. You're going to go to the big county fair. Oh, that would be so cute, Cynthia. You have to post a picture. Post a picture of it. Okay, we're going to go ahead. We're going to heat set this. So this is the big Cricut heat press. So I just have to do it a couple of times. So it's going to count down. Now, this transfer is only available through the club. Okay, so the monthly club is $21.99 US dollars, $26.99, $27.99 Canadian. Karen, correct me. Sorry, Canadian friends. Anyways, you can join, and each month you get a transfer. So you get a lot, guys. It's really actually pretty awesome. So I'm going to set it back down. You get the cool transfer, and then you get either a chockable shape, or they'll give you a ribbon pack or a towel or whatever. They're going to give you something, an accessory to go with it. This one comes with a little pumpkin, and then 3 of these chalk paste singles. So you can do this on wood, a chalkboard, whatever. So we have papaya, pesto, and currant jam. So those will come with your transfer. So you can still sign up for this one. Once it's gone, it's just gone. Okay, so once you have past the end of the month, you can't get that one anymore. Okay, so $27.99. Thank you, Karen. I'm sorry, I don't say it often enough. So I'm doing it 3 times. 3 times is my magical number, and then we'll paint that in after we're going to heat set the other one really quick, and then we'll paint that in. But yeah, It's fun. The club is a lot of fun. So every month is a different transfer, and it's exclusive to club members or designers. So if you're a designer, then you get this also. Okay, so we're gonna set this to the side. We're gonna bring in our other one. Okay, so it's not sticky. You could leave it just like that if you wanted to, or I could have used papaya and used green on there. Okay, but we're gonna set this to the side for a second, and we're gonna paint. We're gonna paint that in. We're gonna paint in our little pumpkin in a moment. Right now, we're gonna bring in our other one that we just did. We're gonna dry it. Now, if you don't want to dry this with a heat gun, you can just let it sit for a day or two. Some people do a whole bunch of towels and they let it set for however long, for a day, a week, and then they heat set it. Okay, if you're Kirsten, then you heat set it in the dryer. I'm teasing her, but some people do just heat set their stuff in the dryer. I don't trust that because I wouldn't want it to get on anything. So I'm just making sure it's dry. The reason I'm doing this is because when I'm doing this with you guys, I need to have it dry before I heat set it. Okay, so I'm going to peel that up. I have my ink pad under that. Let's see if this one got as messy. Yeah, there's ink on this one too. All right, so let's do this. Let's get that one out of the way. Trying to find enough places to put everything. Bring in parchment paper. I don't want to set it down. I want parchment paper under it. Okay. And then I'm going to put parchment paper over it, and we're going to heat set this one. So I have a red towel too. I'll probably do that one after, and maybe I'll do it a different way, and I'll just do my pumpkin with the chalk, or not chalk. I'll do my pumpkin differently instead of painting it in. So I might do that one afterwards. I have so many projects, just not enough time, guys. Honestly, I have project after project after project lined up for you guys to show you everything. Oh my goodness. I want to do this on a shirt too. I want to do stuffies. So stuffies are when you have your little pumpkin shape cut out, and you do like a front and a back. You would chalk the front, and then so we just need to put it up and down. I don't even know why I lift it, because honestly I don't have to lift it. I can just push the button. So stuffies are just what you think. They're stuffed with little stuffing. So you would do a front and a back, and you don't have to do ink on both sides. The back can just be plain, and then you hot glue around it or stitch by hand, and then you put some stuffing inside of it, and you put it in a bowl. I want to do some of those. I might do some of those at my craft show because I think that would be fun. The problem would be, okay, one more time. I do 3. Problem would be that people can't, they cannot get the transfer just readily. You have to be a club member. And my craft show starts the last day of the month. So they actually could grab it. They could grab it. But anyways, guys, this is going to be fun. We're going to paint that in. We're going to do like watercolor, but we're going to paint with these paint brushes. So it's not really watercolor, but kind of, sort of. All right, so there's that. Let's take this off. All right, so let's do the one that's cool. Aren't these cute? They're cute just like that. Like if you wanted to, I'll do the red one with it just outlined in my papaya or my copper. So I'll do that later, and I'll show you a picture. Okay, move your mat out of the way. Let's bring in the one that's cooled down, and let's put a piece of cardboard under it. Should we put cardboard under it? Maybe. Oh my goodness. I have to be really careful because my ink mat has ink on it over there. I really don't want to reuse it. And I don't think that, can I wipe it off maybe? Maybe I can wipe it off and use it. Let me do this. Let me see if I can just wipe off. See, right down here is where there's red ink. Is it already dry? It might already be dry. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stick it in there. We'll chance it. We're not going to be pressing down on that part anyways. We're just going to be doing our pumpkin. Okay, so we have to do 2 pumpkins. And I have my little paintbrushes here. So I'm going to be using a small one to do, guess what I don't have? I don't have brown. So that's terrible. But my brown's like from the very beginning of time, and it is, let me show you. So this can happen. This can happen to your ink. All right, so watch this. Boing, boing, boing. This ink is probably 4 years old. Okay, so ink will harden up. They say it doesn't. It will. So this is probably 4 years old. So my brown I need to replace. So we're gonna use green. We're gonna do green stem, green leaf. We're just gonna take a little paintbrush. Which one do we want to use? And we're just gonna dip it in here, and you're gonna paint with it. So I'm not gonna water it down. I'm gonna use straight ink. Okay, so this is part of my little leaf and my stem right there. Okay, so I'm just going to get some of that in there. We're going to go back over and we're going to do black over this, but we do have to heat set this. So I'm going to just barely get in there. If you want to take a stylus and get some in there, you can totally do that. Use a stylus. If you feel like you're going to get too close to it, just grab a stylus and do the teeny tiny areas. Okay, so my stem will be green, which means, well, you guys taught me. You taught me that means that it's that it was just cut. So my stem is green. My leaves are green. I don't have brown. Maybe I'll add a little bit of brown to the stem. Maybe just a little bit. So just kind of gently, just paint it in. You don't want to glob it on there. Okay, and then I'm going to do my pumpkin. So I have a great big. I really love the transfer too. I really do. I have a big brush because my main color is going to be papaya, and then I'm going to put some of the copper in there. So I want to paint this whole thing with papaya, okay? And then my other colors are going to go over it, all right? So I have a bigger brush for this. Don't worry, we're going to go over it with the black again, okay? So we're going to paint this in. Just like we've done when we painted with acrylic paint, you're just going to paint this all in, and then we're going to line it back up, and we're going to put the lines back on there, basically. Okay, so let me make sure I'm dipping. Guess what? I got some of that in there, huh? Did I do the wrong color? It's totally possible. So I'm putting some copper on there too. Yeah. So, anyways. I have my papaya, I have my orange peel, I have my copper, and I'm just going to paint this in, and then we're going to dry it. We'll heat press this really quickly, and I don't know if that's a stem or part of the thing. It's going to be part of the pumpkin. On my end, it's part of the pumpkin. So we're going to kind of highlight it with some of the copper and some of the orange peel in there. Center will be some of the orange peel because it's a lighter color to kind of highlight it. I think that might be part of the stem, but it's okay. You know, it is what it is. And I'm looking for, oh, there's my stylus. I know, isn't this just so cute? My edges, I'll do my my shimmer copper on the edges. And you know what, guys? Don't worry if you're not perfect. If it goes a little bit outside of it, like I just did, oh well. You know, we're not going to sweat the small stuff. We cannot do that. What I'll do is I'll take some of the black and I'll just touch that up. Because, you know, life is too short to worry about those things, right? Okay, so I have my papaya. And I want to take a little bit more of my pesto. This is pesto. Gonna get right in there. I just want to have some right in the center on that. So I'm just using a stylus. Yeah, just using a stylus to get in the areas that my brush. You could use a teeny tiny brush, but a stylus works to just kind of tap some color in there. All right. Okay, so now let's add some other color to it. Let me get a paper towel. And we're going to add we're going to take some of our orange peel, and we're going to put it in the center. And we're just going to kind of go like this and put some in the center. Okay? So I guess I don't want to really blend it in because, and you could heat set it in between. If you were really a perfectionist, you probably would heat set in between. I'm just kind of trying to get some in the center so that when it heat sets, you're going to see that color there, okay? so next I'm going to do a little bit of my shimmer copper on the outside. Okay, so I'm just going to go on the outside edges with some of that. Okay, when this gets heat set, you'll be able to see the different colors, and when we do the black on it, you'll be able to see everything. But we have to paint the other one, so we have to paint the next one. Should we do the next one all copper? We could do the next one just all copper. That would be kind of cool. I'm gonna put a little bit of this up here. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a little bit here and there throughout. You don't want it to be globby, okay? You really want it to be pretty smooth, because when you heat set it, you don't want little bumps in there. So you can go back over it and make sure that all of your lines and everything are okay. Let me just put a little bit of this in the center. Okay, looks good, looks good. Let's dry this and let's heat set this one. And then we're gonna paint the next one. Should we do the next one just all copper? That would be really pretty. I could do that. I could do that. So make sure you're sprinkling, guys. And who has ink but just hasn't tried it? Who is afraid to try their ink? Just be honest with me. Who has ink and you just haven't tried it yet? This pumpkin looks really bad right now, but guess what? It's going to look really amazing when it's all done. I promise you. I promise you it's going to look like $1,000,000. You're going to love it. So it takes a little longer to dry because we painted it on. It's not just squeegeed on. So it's a little bit thicker. Shelly, so you need to start with a towel. Okay, if you have ink and you're just afraid to try it, start with a towel, because a towel is so much easier. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of paint under here. of my ink. Okay, so I'm searching for, I would lay this right here for a second. I'm going to get another piece of parchment paper. I'm sure that this parchment paper is going to get all messy. All right, so 1 and 1. Okay, so there's lots of steps to this one. All right, if you want to just do it basic, you don't have to fill it in. Okay, so I'm doing it this way to show you what you can do. Like I said, you could have just chalked the pumpkin with the colors, with the papaya. All right, so let's go ahead. We're gonna heat set this. All right, I guarantee there's gonna get some chalk paste on, or some ink on there. Okay, because it's not all the way dry, so you're not gonna use it again. You've done it shirts and mugs. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll do copper on the next one. I guarantee you that the top sheet isn't going to be able to be used again, that the ink is going to go onto that. So that's, we have plenty of that. These rolls, these come from Costco. It's just parchment paper. You can get it at your grocery store. You can get it at Walmart. I'm sure Target probably has it. And I'm going to press this. We're going to do this 3 times. And then we'll do our next one. We'll do it all with copper. So yeah, just guys, start with a tea towel. Towels are the easiest to do. You can do this all one color. You could just do all black. You don't have to do every color. Okay, so, but it really isn't too difficult. You saw that. You can use your little multi-tools to get in the small areas. So and I'm going to press it again one more time. So one more time. So we're doing 30 seconds 3 times. If you're ironing, you're going to iron for 3 or 4 minutes, okay? You're going to look and go, oh, this is 100% cotton, set your iron to 100% cotton, and that's how long you're going to do it. Okay, so we're going to put the details on last, okay? So we're going to do the other towel so that we can use that second transfer and just line it up. Oh my goodness, guys. Yeah, it's so today has just been a crazy day. I can see it's getting really cloudy outside. The winds have been going and coming, but it's not windy right now. Oh, look, it didn't go on it. I lied. It didn't go on it. So that's good. All right, so we're just going to take this away, and it can cool down, and we'll bring in our other one. We're going to move this. Let's bring in our other towel, and we'll paint the other towel. That's where I was like, where's my parchment paper? It's with the other one. Okay, and then we'll do the details on that one. Okay, so we are going to, you know what? I'm not going to use the ink mat, or am I? Oh, here's the other ink mat. Okay, I'm going to use this. We'll just lay it down. Is it all inky? I think it's dry. I think it dried already. Okay, we're gonna just do the pumpkin, and we're gonna do it with our copper. Let's move these guys. Don't need those. We're gonna do just copper, okay? And then we'll do green, our pesto for the top part. So let me do copper in here. Let's get some of that in there, and I'm gonna use the same brush that I used. It's just big. It's easier to spread it with this bigger brush. So this one's just going to be all copper. So you'll be able to see the difference. And be really careful around that stem and around the edges. I'm going to try to be controlled, but you know how I am. You know that I am not always in control. There are many, many squirrels in my life that take my focus away. So anyways, these will be fun. I'll take these to my craft show and I'll mark them. I usually mark them $5, $5.95, $6.95, and sell them. But I don't just sell towels, because I have other people that are on my team, designers, that actually do the shows, and they sell only towels or pillows. So I'm really careful about that. I don't do a whole ton of towels to take to my craft shows to sell because of that. I'm really, I want to be considerate, because that's what they do. They do tons of towels, and that's how, one of them, she does towels and she does soap. The other one does fabric stuff and she does towels, and they look fabulous. I mean, she has like a whole rack full of towels and pillows at the top. So I don't usually do a whole bunch of towels to sell. I'll just do a couple so I can show people, can show them this is how we use our ink. I like to demo ink at my craft shows. I think it's really fun to show people, because they're used to seeing painted stuff. Okay, so they're used to seeing stencils used with painted stuff. But in their head, they don't really think about the fact that, oh, we can do ink too. Okay, I need just a little bit right over here. And then we'll dry this. Well, no, we'll do the green. Darlene, see the squirrels. The squirrels are taking over. Squirrels are taking over my life. And I'm going to leave that part. I think that part was actually part of a stem or a leaf or something. So I'll leave that. When you see this, when I do the black over it, you're going to go, oh my goodness, I didn't know it was going to look that good. And it really is going to look good. It really, really is. Okay, so let's do our stem, and then I'll touch up the little areas with my stylus. Okay, so I'm just using regular paintbrushes that I do my acrylic painting with. Yep, that's all I'm doing. So super cute, guys. And this is like a leaf that is attached to, or a stick or something like that. And let me know if you have questions. Oh, and your son came to pick up some stuff. Oh, nice. How fun, Tina. That's nice to have him there. And her cabinets look amazing. You need to post it on here so everybody can see your cabinets. Okay, let me grab the stylus and let's just kind of fill that in. Not with that color, darling. The squirrels. I know. It's cray-cray. It's a cray-cray. It's a cray-cray day. Mugs. Okay, yeah. Let me see. So mugs, I can help you answer that. Mugs you do in the oven. Okay. So mugs you're gonna let sit. You're gonna get the cheapest mugs that you can get. So get your mugs from Dollar Tree if you can, because they're gonna work better for you. You don't want really fancy ones that have a coating. Your Dollar Tree mugs are gonna work really good for you. Wash them. I always wash them first to get anything off of them. You can wipe them with a baby wipe if you want. I mean a Clorox wipe. Or wipe it down with alcohol to get any type of coating or slickness or oil off of it. And then you just do the same thing. You just put your transfer on there with the ink, peel it off, and then let it sit for at least a day. I like to let my mugs sit for a couple of days and then bake it in your oven. So, And I was trying to find out. It's been so long since I've done it. I used to do it at 300 for 2 hours is what I used to do. How long do you do yours? Because everybody's a little bit different, and your oven might be a little bit different too. So yeah, you bake them in the oven just like you would bake a cake. But then at the end, you turn your oven off and you let it cool down in the oven. I let it just cool down all day in the oven. Oh, look at the little black thing on that. Isn't on that side. It's probably not on the other one either. Let me just go let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do that. Because we're going to be heat setting this anyways. There we go. Okay, I didn't even notice. Okay, let's dry this and then we are going to do the top of it. After we heat set this. Looks like storm is arriving. Heavy rain just started. Oh, you have heavy rain at your house? We don't have rain yet. Wow. I know the desert is supposed to get rain first is what I had heard. Kind of crazy. We'll see what happens. Yeah, it's supposed to rain a lot. So just be safe. Don't go out. If you have to go out, don't go where it's flooded because we never know how deep it is. Okay, there's that. So let's heat set this. We're gonna peel it off the mat, and then we're going to we'll heat set this, and then we're gonna lay the transfer back down, and we will do. I'm bringing up my mat. So this is my mat. It's like an ironing board, basically. I'm gonna lay this down on top of this. I'm trying to find a place for my ink mat so it doesn't stick to the other ink mat. That would be bad. Have them back to back. Okay, there's that. So we're gonna iron this, and then we'll do the black details. Oh, I should have it before. Yeah, it's not raining here yet, unless I'm not seeing it. I wonder. I can't see it from here. I don't see rain coming down. I'll have to look and see. Yeah, I don't see rain outside. Let me look on my app. Oh, is it raining? It says rain. It says rain. Huh, that's weird. But it doesn't look wet. Do you know if you can use the mug accessory? I don't think so. I don't think you can. Barstow. I'm not close to Barstow. Whoops, I turned it off. Let me turn it the right way up. That might help me. Barstow is north of where I'm at. It's quite a ways. Yeah. That's really weird that you have rain first. I'm looking outside and everything looks dry still. And I'm not seeing rain come down. There's a window right here by me. Oh, I could probably look on my front porch on my app. Let me look on my Ring camera. I'll be able to tell one more time. And then we'll move it. Where's my Ring camera? It's hiding from me. You didn't notice till you let the dogs out. Oh, wow. That's really interesting that it's wanting me to verify. Let me see. Let me just go to my device to my front and I can look. I can do a live view and I can see if it's raining. It's not raining yet at my house. It probably will be soon. It'll probably start all of a sudden, but I'll get through my live. Okay. All right. So now we're going to do the black on here. Okay. So we have all of this done. Look at that. But we want to switch it. We're not going to set a transfer onto a hot towel because guess what, guys? That will totally mess up the transfer. So I'm going to move this. This needs to cool a little bit. So we'll move that out of the way. We need to do the black. Okay, so here's this. We're going to do the black really quick. And I'm not going to worry about putting anything underneath of it. And I'll tell you why. Because where we're doing is already has stuff on it. So it's not, I don't think it's going to go through. We'll just lay it down like this. Just in case. We'll have to wipe that. So here's my other transfer. I'm just going to line it up and we're going to do the black again. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm putting the details back in. So the great thing is you can see right through these transfers and, ooh, I'm going to tell you something. transfer is a different size. How can that be? That can't happen. That can't happen. That is weird. This transfer is different. Okay, so it's not fitting, but we're gonna make it fit. That's really weird. It's a different size from the other one. I wonder if they had two different places make them. Okay, so I can fix that. Okay, so I have my brand new one. So this was my one that I got as a designer. Let's do this. Let's peel that off of there. Okay. So let's do this. Let's use this one. This is a brand new one. That was really weird. It actually was a different, it's a different size. Interesting. Okay, this is a brand new one. It's going to fit. Ooh, I wonder if my fabric shrunk. That's kind of interesting. All right, it's not fitting perfectly. That is really odd, and I can see through it. Guys, we're just gonna do the best we can do. I feel like maybe it did shrink. Can it shrink? It can't do that. It can't do that. Okay, we're gonna line the top up, and then we're going to ink the rest. That was really odd. I have never had it be like that. Hey, Sarah. You may have stretched your towel a different way. It's possible. It is possible. Yeah, that was really odd. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to ink it. It will be fine. I promise. So we just have to ink all the way down. So I'm grabbing my squeegee. We're just inking the pumpkin. So we're putting all the details back on. That's all we're doing. We're just putting the details back on the pumpkin. And they're not in the same place as they were. We'll see how the other one is. We'll see if it lines up. That is really weird. I don't know. Maybe the 100% cotton shrunk. I don't know. Don't even know. Okay. Okay. Let me peel it up. Make sure there's nothing on your fingers. And I missed, or either that or there's not any right there. Okay, just gonna peel it up. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? That is gorgeous. Okay, so it's kind of weird because this is a little bit different size. I'm not gonna worry about touching up the bottom. I'm just gonna say, hey, that's a highlight. But I have to use this one right away on the other towel. So, because otherwise the ink might start to dry. So I'm just going to swap this over here, and I am going to bring back the other towel. Okay, let dry, then put in the oven on complete. Yeah, I think it's 300 is what I used to use. Yeah, it could be that I stretched it. Maybe we'll see how this one. This is actually the one that I stretched to kind of get it to where it should be. So we'll see if it fits on this one. We'll see. It's a little bit harder to look through it because it has ink on it, but we're gonna figure it out. All right. Yeah, it's a little bit off, just a little bit. It'll be fine though. It is not gonna bother me if it's a little bit off. Okay, we're gonna go with that. And I'm going to press it down with my squeegee before I put any ink on it, because that way it's not going to bleed. Okay, so I'm pressing it down, and then I'm going to grab my ink. I love it with the details. It looks so cute. Super cute. All right. There's some ink. Gonna spread it. So all you're going to do is you're going to take your squeegee. Your squeegee is rubbery. You're just going to spread it. And make sure you're just covering it. My Ring doorbell's going crazy because hubby's out there. Sorry, it's buzzing a little bit. I don't know what he's doing. But I don't see rain yet. And I don't see wind. Okay, I do have wind chimes right outside the window that I need to go take down so they don't go flying. Okay, gonna peel this up here in a second. So excited to see it. This is our one that's all copper. Okay, so okay, here we go. Check your fingers, Darlene. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Look at that. Look at that copper. Some of it's peeling up on my thing. It will be fine. Okay, it looks really good. All right, that one, you know, I think it fit okay. Okay, this I'm just gonna plop it onto my backer sheet. I'll wash these. You just wash them with water. They're reusable. All right, and now we're going to dry and we're gonna heat set. Let me move those things out of the way. And there's a little bit of ink right here. Gonna wipe that, and then we will be done. I know it's a lot, guys. I know it's a lot, but it always looks really good when you're all done. So it's a little bit of a process to get to this point, but it's looking fabulous. And then I'll do one where I just do the outline. I have the other transfer. So I have 3 of these guys. So I am my own club member. My husband's a club member, and Tara's my club member. I'm currently waiting on hubby's to get here because he had to have his credit card redone. Okay, so dry, dry, dry. All right, so I do need to dry the other one. I don't think I dried it, so I need to make sure I dry the other one before I do it. Where's my mat? Okay, so now we're just gonna heat set this. Isn't that cute? I love this. I think that these will sell really well. So guys, if you got this transfer and you go, I don't really like this, make it as a gift for someone. Okay? Make your lemonade. If you don't like the transfer, somebody else does, or you can give it to somebody. Okay, so we have to heat set it 3 times. Remember that. Three times is my lucky number with this. And then I usually start cleaning up stuff. While this is doing its thing, I can clean up, but I'm not going to this time because I'm gonna, after I'm done with you guys, I'm gonna make another one. And I'll just make it, I'm just gonna make it normal with not doing all the stuff on the back. And that way I can show you. And I'm gonna grab a Clorox wipe and kind of clean up a little bit. Okay, so press the button again. I'm gonna clean up a little bit. I went through almost an entire thing of Clorox wipes last night, guys. I have like just a little bit left in this other one at my class. Yeah, we used a lot of Clorox wipes. It's a good thing. I get them from Amazon and I just have it auto ship because I use them so much and I don't ever want to run out. So I just have them auto ship. Like every month I get 2 packages of them. Oops, I didn't press the button. Here we go. It was probably 30 seconds at that point. We'll press the button and then we'll see. We'll see if it feels sticky or not. Thanks for sprinkling. I appreciate it. Hey, Karen Ross, how are you? We're doing towels. So my package didn't come with the new product. It's on its way. It might be sitting out there now. You never know. I could look on my ring. I could actually do that. I could look on my, usually I can tell. I can see it out there because, okay, one more time. Let's just do it one more time. And then we'll see. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's out there. So, but I'll show you guys tomorrow. I don't want to go grab it and open it up. We'll open it tomorrow. I'll show you all the new stuff. I got it all. Got some of all of it. And I got some to share. So if you didn't grab the birdhouse or the cardinals, I have some. Okay, that's probably enough because I did it more than 3 times. Let's check it out. Let's make sure it's not burnt to crisp. It looks good. Okay, so that looks good. I'm going to carefully just lift it up and I'm going to touch it. And I think that it's kind of sticky because of it being the copper, but guys, if it's sticky, generally you would do it again. I'm going to set it to the side and we'll do the other one. And then I'll come back to this one when it cools. If it's still sticky, I'll heat set one more time afterwards. But I love that. Look at that. That is so awesome. Look at that shimmer. I love the copper. It's perfect for the pumpkin. So here's the one that I did with papaya. I coated it with papaya. And I don't think that I dried this one, did I? Let me just try to, maybe I did. I don't know. Let's just dry it really quick again. This one was papaya, and then I put highlights of the other colors on there, of orange peel and my shimmer. Okay, now we'll heat set it. All right, so here's my parchment paper. And then we're going to heat set. This is the fun part. Not really. No, it's not. But I have a red one that I'm going to do. I'll just do it a little bit differently. We'll just see how it looks. You never know. If you're not a designer, I would love if you would sprinkle. And I do sprinkle gifts several times a week. I mail out a whole bunch of sprinkle gifts. So let me know when you get yours. All right, 6, 5, 4. So if you want this transfer, you're gonna have to join the club. You can't get it any other way unless you're a designer. So and then you can actually, if you're a designer and you want to be your own club member to get a second one, you can do that. There's no rules against that. You can absolutely do that. A lot of people do that so they have a backup because we use our transfers over and over and over. I know, isn't it so cute? I love it. This one shouldn't take as long. The other one had a ton of copper on it, so this one just has some highlights. The copper is kind of a thicker ink. So the colors that I use, the ink that I use papaya, orange peel, copper, pesto, cadet, candy apple red, and black. And these are going to be so cute. I love it. I love to put stuff like this in my booth. And it's going to be great over in the corner with all of my fall stuff. It's going to fit right in. Because, you know, county fair, fall. A lot of people have their county fair in the fall. Our county fair here is actually in June. But, you know, it's okay. All right, so I'm going to take that up. And then I'll bring back the other one. It looks good. It looks good. So it's steaming. It is steaming. Let's take away the parchment paper and our little mat. And let me bring back the other one. And if it's sticky, it's not sticky anymore. It was just sticky because it was hot. Look at this. Okay, and that's not sticky either. Look at these two. Aren't they so cute? I'm trying not to get it over into there. What's your favorite one? We have blue and we have green. So I'll find the link for these and I'll post it. Aren't they cute? I think they're really cute. Let me just go a little bit closer for you guys. Let's see if I can do that. So you can see all the detail. Look at all that detail. So did you think I was a little crazy when I was painting it in? Well, this is how it turns out. This is how it looks when you go back and you put the details after. So you paint it in and then you put the details back. So that's how it looks. Here's this one. This one was the copper. It's really shiny. I love them both. I think they're both cute. I'm going to do the red one. I'll just do the outline and we'll see how that looks. We'll do the outline with, I should do it with the copper. And then I'll do just the leaf part with just pesto, and then I'll show you. I'll do a picture. I'll show a picture for you guys. All right, here we go. We are done. Yay! I think they're so cute. I love them. They're so much fun. So you would just drape this over, you know, like your handle of your oven or wherever you put your towels. Some people hang them on their refrigerator door. Anyways, I think they turned out great. I'm so excited. I love it when a project turns out the way that it should because, you know, sometimes it won't. Sometimes it might not, right? Let me just fold that under. All right, guys. If you have questions, let me know. I will take pictures. I'll post the link after I do all that. I'm going to do another one, but I won't make you stand here with me. I know. Aren't they fun? Aren't they so fun? I love them. All right. Have a wonderful night. And just pray that it's just like a little tiny storm for us, that we don't get too much flooding. We don't want people to have to worry about mud in their house or water in their house. So just say a little prayer for us over here in California and wherever else it goes. I think it's going to head east also. It may go into other states, but by then it's just going to be rain. All right. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening.